What's going on, everybody? It's Royalty, and I am back with another video. All right. So in this video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make custom props. Nothing too crazy. It's real easy. It's gonna be like a glass shelf type thing. Um, I'm gonna have the glass texture in my Discord, so you can hop in there, grab it. I have a channel named MLO Creation, and that has like all the resources that I have for you guys. And then I'm going to show you how to, get it in your MLO, just like how I showed in the other video. So I'm just going to show you the whole process. I know the last video I showed you how to put props in, but I'm going to show you from making it to putting it in, so you have, a full understanding of how it's done. All right. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, then what's up? What's up? So we're going to get into it. So we're going to be using Blender, right? And when you first go into Blender, and I'm using 4.1, um I would advise just to use 4.1 making the props, cuz I use this for MLOs. Um so you're going to get this screen right here. So you already know, just click off. We're going to click A, delete. The next video I'm going to get those the the keys where y'all can see what I'm pressing, because that would be better. But for now, I'll tell you, what I'm pressing. So, all right. So you're like, how are we gonna do this, right? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold Shift, hit A, and we're gonna get a cube, right? I'm gonna turn on the Move tool. I'm going to tap. I'm gonna hit 3 on my numpad, just so I can go into right orthographic view and get this right on the line, so it's not like underneath it. And then you can hold your scroll wheel and come out of it and go to the regular view. um and then really it's shaping it to your liking, on what, like, on how you want it to look, how big you want it to be, right? So you're thinking, how am I even gonna know how big this is gonna be, right? So also in my Discord, I have a ped that you can import in. I also have this scale that I just got. I'm gonna put that in too. Um, so I'm actually I'm gonna actually show y'all this scale, and I'm gonna put it in, but I'm gonna bring in the ped too. So give me a second. I'll have to find this scale. Um, if I cannot find this scale, I'm just gonna get the ped. Yeah. So no, I'm just gonna get the ped. And because this is a shelf, we really don't um like need to be like concerned, and it's going to be like on the wall, so we don't um really need to worry about, like, as long as it's not huge, we're good. I'm just turning him, don't mind me. You need to act right, get right. Okay, so now we got this pet in here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tap on our cube, right? And then we're gonna hit S, and then just move our mouse in. And I'm just gonna yeah, and we're just gonna keep Uh, hold on. I feel like no. That's not the right ped because I feel like that ped is really small. That ain't the right. Hold on. Yeah, that ain't the right one. I need the OBJ one. My bad, y'all. I need this one. Yeah, this one. I was about to say that one's really small, so we can delete that other one. My bad. Okay, because I was about to say, I don't remember me having to make this small. So now that we got the right pad, I'm going to put this one because I think the one that I have in my Discord is that other janky one. So I'm going to trade them. I'm going to trade them out. Okay. Now that I got the right reference, this is the actual size of a real ped in GTA, right? So yeah, this cube is going way too small. So we're just gonna hit S and we're gonna make it bigger, you know? Cause the shelf technically is kind of big and this is gonna be like on the wall, right? So we're just gonna do it like that. Then we're gonna do S, X, and I'm gonna bring this in like that, right? And I'm gonna make this for the wall. I'm just gonna make the same thing that I have in my MLO that I'm working on right now. Um so then we're gonna go into edit mode with the box selected, right? We're gonna do face select, this one. We're gonna click on this one. We're gonna hit I. Let me zoom in so y'all can see what's gonna happen. You're gonna hit I and then take your mouse and go in slowly, right? Click off. You're gonna hit X faces, right? But we still need to, we gotta extrude these sides in so we can actually, make make the back. So we're going to go to face, not face, edge select. We're gonna click on this edge, hold shift, click this edge, this one, and this one. And then I'm gonna, so we're sitting on the Y. So we're gonna do X, right? So we're gonna do, I'm gonna do it like this so I can see, but y'all just set it up how you can, just so you know. Actually, I need to do it like this, like at least like this. So you're gonna hit E, and then you're gonna hit X, and you're gonna extrude back. I'm gonna do like right there. Just, yeah, I could have went a little bit, I could have went a little bit further. I wonder if I can do this in X-ray mode since I'm in edit mode. Oh, I can. So we're gonna go into X-ray mode. So I'm gonna do Control Z, right? And then X-ray mode, which is this, but you have to be in edit mode to use X-ray mode, right? So we're gonna hit E and X again. And then we're gonna extrude this back like to like right there. All right. Turn X-ray mode off. And then we're gonna hit F and it's gonna fill it. Right. So now you got you a shelf, you know? Um for the shells, we're going to like for the actual, I'm gonna make just one shelf just to show you. I'm gonna bring in another cube. And if you bring in another, before I do this, if you bring in another mesh while you're in edit mode, it'll automatically become a part of the original mesh that you had originally brought in. So that's what I'm going to do. So Shift A, cube, And then you got to stay in edit mode. And what I would do, hit the move key. We're going to size this. So we're going to do S, X, and get like that. Let's move over here so we can see what the hell is going on. And you can do this and set this up and build this how you feel comfortable. I'm just gonna do SZ, and we're gonna bring this in to like that, right? We're gonna line this up with the back, and then we're gonna go like in the middle, because when we bring the Y in, it does it evenly on each side. So we're gonna do SY and bring these in, and we can actually go and do it like that. And then we're going to hit face select, hit this, and then we're gonna hit G and X, and then we're just gonna take this back inside, right? So now you got you a shelf, right? So now we have to start making it GTA ready, basically. Right? So we can hide our pet, or you can delete it. It really doesn't matter. Um I would name this to prop, because you can save this and use this over and over again. So as you start making stuff, save it. Like have a folder and save them. Prop wall shelf. Right? And we'll name this prop wall shelf. All right. So that's that. You got them rename. So now we're going to hit N on the keyboard, bring out our Solemns tools, right? If you're clicked on this, just click on this. I'm going to assume that you have Solemns already. You know, this is something that you absolutely need to do the MLOs and, you know, all this prop making stuff. So now we're going to bring this out a little bit. Go down to drawables. Go down to shader tools. And I'm going to do normal spec. So I'm going to click on this little arrow. If you didn't see what I just did, after you hit shader tools, you can click this arrow and you can hit normal, and I'm going to do normal spec, and we're going to create a shader material. So now it's this, right? I'm going to rename this shelf just because, right? Because when you get a lot of textures and stuff, you want to know which one goes to which one, so you can go back and just change that specific one. But we're not going to have a whole bunch. We're going to have two. We're going to have this one and then for the glass. So now for materials, I usually have it right there. I don't know why it's not right there all of a sudden. There is this website right here, which is in my Discord. I have it available for y'all. I show you in every video. I'm not going to show you how to download anything, but I am going to, like, if you are going to download them, stay with the 2K PNG. Stay with this one. Don't try to get big and because it takes up a lot of space. So go ahead and just get this one, right? I already have some downloaded, so I'm gonna close this up with N. Click on this. Click material view, right? Go to shading. And this is where we're gonna put the material. I like to copy my path, so I don't have to go searching like with what happened with trying to find that pad or that scale for you guys. So we're gonna go up here, we're gonna paste. I'm gonna go in my DDS folder, and this is the diffuse. If you guys have been watching my videos, this is just you guys know this process, right? So now you're like, hold on, uh this does not, why does it look like this? This is not the texture that I picked. So then what you're gonna have to do is go down to this data, this green triangle, go to UV maps. Remember, it has to be UV map 0 when you're working with, oh shit, when you're working with solemns. So you're gonna UV map 0, enter. So now we see it, but it's still not looking how we want it to look. Why? Okay. So then what you have to do is go to UV editing, right? Which we've done this, but this is more for people who are just like coming. You're gonna, on this side, remember, whatever side you're on, your shortcuts will activate, right? So on the right side, with your mouse on the right side, you're gonna hit A, you're gonna hit U, you're gonna hit Q projection. On this side, you're gonna hit A, you're gonna hit S, and then we're just gonna scale it out, right? And then we're gonna go back to layout. This is how I wanted it to look. Okay. I should have brung this side in, which I can, but I might not, because I think I'm liking how they're gonna both be enclosed. All right, so you have your little shelf going on, right? So now we're gonna add glass. Okay. So in object mode, or actually, no, we're gonna do this in, no, we're gonna do it in object mode. It doesn't matter, but we're gonna do it in object mode. Okay, so it's gonna be Shift A. We're gonna bring in another mesh, the cube, right? We are going to basically make this cube the same size as, I mean, as like the same size as this, but it's gonna be, the width of it is gonna be thinner, like for some, like for glass, right? So we're going to do S plus X, and we're gonna scale it down. We're gonna scale it down to, it doesn't matter how thick or thin you want your glass. I think I want it thinner than that, so I'm gonna go back and do it like that. Right now we got to make it the same size as this, and if we just even this out, and then we're gonna do SY. And then we're gonna do SZ. Move this up just a little, just to see. So SZ again, just to bring those in just a little bit. All right, and then I'm gonna pull this up to like right here. Okay, so it's looking like I need to move it over just a little bit in between. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna keep it right there. All right. So now you got this, right? You don't we don't need to rename this because we're gonna connect it with the other one, but we're gonna put the texture on it first, right? So we're gonna go into here, and I'm gonna have the glass texture for you guys. So to do the glass, we're not gonna use normal spec, but it's still gonna have like we're gonna still have like 3 files we're gonna add. You're gonna type in glass, and then you're gonna click on glass env, create shader material, right? Okay, press N. We're gonna go up to shading, right? And this is how you make windows too with the MLO. So this is like a sneak peek of how to do that as well. So then we're gonna go here. I know where it's at, so I'm just gonna go to it. The diffuse. You just double click this and then click it, and then you can move that out the way. And again, I have this glass texture in my Discord for y'all, so don't worry. You guys gonna be able to make glass, so that's good. Okay, so now turn it to the side so you guys can see. We got glass, right? Hell yeah. All right. So now that you got all that, you're gonna click on this one. You're gonna hit shift, click on the glass. You're gonna hit Control J. Now they're one object, right? And we're gonna have to rename this. If I would have did it the other way, we wouldn't have to. So prop underscore wall shelf. Prop underscore wall shelf. Okay. Now we need to embed our materials. So open up the material. This is a material tab right here. Go down to Solemns, texture parameters, and we're gonna embed these. Click on glass. So now those are embedded, right? Okay, so now we're almost done. Now we're gonna make this a drawable object, and with props we can auto embed the collision. With MLOs, no. Well, with the exterior, if you're making it from scratch, the exterior you can. The interior, no. And then on props, you can. So we're going to create a drawable and auto embed the collisions. I'm gonna pull this out. We're gonna drop this down. We're gonna drop everything down in here. We're gonna go down to the material first and take care of that. We're gonna delete both of these. Then with the poly mesh selected, we're gonna go to default. We're gonna go to create collision material, default, create collision material. We're gonna go up to the BVH. We're gonna drop down the flags. With the general default selected, hit apply flags preset. Right? So now that's good. Now it's collision. Now, like if you have it like on the ground and there's nothing behind it, nobody's gonna be able to run through that. It's gonna react with the pets in the world, you know. So now we're gonna make the Y type. So we're gonna drop this down. We're gonna name it the same as our thing. So prop underscore wall shelf. Right? Then we're gonna click on this, create from brace. Make sure that your texture dictionary is there, because if this doesn't automatically appear, you need to delete all this and go and put your material like how we did. Okay. So then now we're going to export this out. So I'm going to just export it to the MLO that I'm working on, which is going to be this one. And then we're going to export this in here. Yeah. And then you're going to right click, select hierarchy. Remember, you can export, there's 3 different ways I showed. So, and you can export anyway, but you gotta, it has to be export XML. Okay. So now I'm going to, oh, my RPF Explorer is already up. Good. After exporting, now we gotta make them, gotta make it GTA ready. So you're gonna go to wherever you exported it at, and then we're gonna move it over here. Oh shit, I still need that. And then go to where your stream files are. Remember, this isn't in your like resources in your server. This is just on your computer, right? Then we're gonna take this. Damn, not that. I did the wrong shit. Take this, put that over there. Y type, put that over there. Now we're in CodeWalker. You're gonna open up, you know, your files. You don't necessarily need a MLO. It just needs to be in a stream file, and you just need to open up the stream file in CodeWalker, basically. And before I even go inside, because we're going to, well, I have to be inside because I'm gonna put it in the room. Y type, and then you're gonna go into your interior Y type if you're putting it in an MLO. So I won't do that. I won't put it in the MLO because some of y'all might not even have an MLO to put this in. So I'm just gonna do this like how you would make like a custom ymap. So I'm gonna make a ymap, and then I'm just gonna put it out in the world. We're gonna save this ymap. I'm gonna put it as test, right? And then in with test ymap selected, go up to ymap, new entity, and we're gonna put the prop. Okay. So I just did it like this because not everybody who watches this is gonna like wants the prop for like an MLO. They might just want to make a prop that they have the owner put in for their role play or whatever the case may be, right? So you can see the glasses in here, right? If you have followed those steps, you can make your own you know, MLOs. Your own, not your own MLOs. I've been doing so much with MLOs that I just keep saying it. Props. Like I made, you can tell by the material. You can tell what I made in here. Like I made this desk, right? I made these right here. I made these that are up on the wall, right? This TV, some of these props, I paid for, but yeah. So you can make your own stuff, right? And get them into the game and have you something, right? If y'all enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be bringing more knowledge. I'm going to be bringing, I'm going to keep making MLOs with y'all and then do like some videos on like how to do, little things like this. You know what I'm saying? I might make another one down the road and make something else. Who knows? So, but tune in, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you trying to see, and I just appreciate you being here. So, this is Royalty with Royalty Customs, and we are out.